Welcome to FC2, a new boat racing league built for the purpose of racing and having a good time. The league is open to join on our Discord, the Appleseed Boat Game. I'll be your host, BlueDeer64, and alongside me this week is Sonic Gamer, a well-known commentator in this area. Enjoy the qualifying and race of FC2 at Bahrain International Circuit. Welcome everyone to FC2 qualifying. So this is how qualifying is going to work. We're going to have these 10 drivers currently drive about 6 minutes on the track and set their fastest time. The fastest time we put on the front of the grid. We'll race from there for a good few amount of laps. So currently they're running their first out lap, which usually doesn't result in their fastest lap, but you know, it could happen. So we're watching Adam here, who's coming down the last straight in the last corners to start his first out lap or his first fast lap, and we'll see how it goes. And so, yeah, we'll have a rotating cast of co-commentators with me every now and then to get little extra points in between each race. You know, different viewpoints and different areas of the community. So right now, I have Sonic Gamer beside me, who's been commentating for quite a while now with FC1 alongside Adam's Apple, who keeps messing up on this turn. What is he doing on these straights?
Not that Adam is planningly blocking some people again there. That would be unfortunate. But I don't think that he will do that here. I think when the race is going on, Adam will try everything to be in front. And I mean, we have a lot of interesting name here. We have like Evil Scientist as Johnny Games, Jolly, usually team advisor of McLurkin, now here in the grid. And yeah, Evil Scientist, I mean, could have made it to FC1 race, but something didn't let it happen. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like her team didn't think she could pull it off in FC1 this week, and so she'll be racing in FC2 this time around.
That could be good for her to at least win something, or I don't know.
Say that right as she pulls up to second position on the leaderboard. It seems to be a difficult one to pull off. We've seen Lapis in FC1 mess it up quite a few times, and still earned the victory, but definitely scared him a little bit on that last corner. And we might see a little bit of that here, of the nerves of some people, you know, on this last turn on a good lap might mess it up and ruin their whole pace. But Evil Scientist right now, currently sitting second, only 0.2 seconds behind Birch, is catching up to two back markers. Looks like this is Sotmi and AirTags. This might prove difficult for her. It looks like Shizuya just set the fastest lap of the qualifying, a 1:19.35, and now they're just sitting off to the side. Looks like they gave up on their last lap. Interesting tactics to just finish like that, but you know, I can't blame them considering they hold the world record at Maokina right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, do your thing, you know. And we got quite a backlog of people through here in these first sector. It's like it's pinching a little bit at the with these drivers, and gonna prove difficult for any of these guys to get a fast time here.
Absolutely, as I think it's their last lap. So
where's this guy's boat?
Let's hope that they're not bumping into each other and having enough free air in front of them. But that's a lot of difficult, more in FC2, I think, as in FC1. Since the competitive level is much more different here.
Yeah, quite a diverse set of characters in FC2. You know, we have some people who've been around for a long time, some people who haven't been along for that long. So Adam and Jolly have been around for quite a while, have been pretty prevalent in the community. But maybe their racing skills, you know, could show a bit of work and development here through FC2. And there's some others who are new to this. So people like AirTags or World Alex are pretty new to this community, and you know, it's something to be seen, that something to allow them to race through here as everyone's finishing through the last lap. It looks like no changes too much here.
Yeah, nothing has changed. That's an interesting starting grid, you know. I expected maybe some more a big surprise. Okay, to be fair,
Alright,
Kalen is a big surprise to me because I did not expect that Kalen would start in front of Adam and Jolly, but here we are.
So interesting to see Adam, who plays 7th. I don't know how much practice he got on this track, but normally he does pretty good on tracks. Like we've seen him do pretty well in races like Blind Attack or some off-season qualifying races he did pretty well on. Here's the starting grid. Let's line it up. And first is Shizuya, followed by Beard, followed by Evil Scientist in 3rd, Kalen in 4th, AirTags in 5th, S Johnny Games in 6th, Adam's Apple in 7th, Sotomni is in 8th, Jolly is in 9th, World Alex in 10th, and Priority is just filled in the back without any qualifying at the last minute here. Interesting. Interesting for him. Let's see what he can do. And you notice while we're setting up the grid here that we have some extra additions to usual Minecraft that we have. We have some custom boat textures like this one here that Shizuya is using, called the Renocast 1 pack. The racer who got 2nd in FC1 today. And you see them a little bit further out that some of our custom models, like S Johnny's boat here, is a nice red Mazda, I think is what it is. But it seems like some other drivers prefer just the regular old boats, like Adam here has a mangrove boat. Another thing we have is proximity chat, so we'll be able to hear team calls while they're racing here. So we'll be able to get a little peek into what their mind is. And we're starting the grid. FC1 or FC2 at Bahrain is starting off. Let's go see into turn 1. Lights out. We see a big group up here in the first turn. Beers comes out in front. Shizuya is singing behind. Uh-oh, big lag spike coming in on my end.
Evil Scientist, very good start, is now P2, but got bumped! And that's why not P2 anymore.
She falls back to like 5th.
That's good though.
Wait, I'm hearing double.
Battle with Adam here and currently fighting for 3rd. A little mess up there. He loses a position.
Yeah, not good.
Well, Beard is just holding on in front with an instant gap made onto Sodmi.
Bro, you're literally P2 with the Volvo music.
Who seems to be watched by both
me.
Sam H3X and Techno Gustav, who both raced in FC1 today.
Right now there's Kaylin and Adam fighting right behind you.
The chaos has seemed to have dipped down a little bit through these last turns as drivers find their space.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Bahrain. Adam here is getting an overtake on Kalen right now. Let's see how this goes in the last sector.
Because of the
but still, Kalen did a good job so far now. Very good drive.
They both go a little bit wide. It seems like Adam is. Adam has a little bit of a less speed on Kalen, so she'll take that position. While Evo comes up behind. This could prove pretty interesting for the 3rd position here.
Ooh, is that gonna be enough?
Absolutely.
Not quite, still holding on.
Absolutely. I think I'm going from Adam to Evil now.
Oh my god!
Oh, it looks like Evil gets bumped, gets pushed out of the fight for 3rd.
Oh no.
Bummer for her. It seems like she's getting a little bit too aggressive on the overtakes. Let's go cockpit view of Adam here, looking down the tracks of turns 9 and 10.
Well, I had a scuffy start. Fair though.
A little bit of his call as well.
Oh, and I got bumped.
Oh, he gets bumped a little bit.
Got bumped by Kerm. There you go. So now Kerm's jumped ahead.
Still in a fight with Kerm here though. And it looks like maybe Evil behind.
Yeah. Honestly, I did turn boat cam back on, and I'm kind of just looking to fight people.
He's ready to have a little bit of fun here.
Enjoyable.
Seems to be pretty interesting that only one driver is taking the pit between the first 2 laps of the race. Seems like the gap has been pretty wide.
Satomi.
Satomi seems to have messed up at the very end,
Your marker's not
or at the very beginning of the lap, and now Adam is in contention with them for P2.
Hold on, you need more music,
no,
Mark.
P3. But for now, he's holding off Evil Scientist for 4th position. Seems to be pretty calm for these opening laps, surprisingly, considering there's 11 drivers on this race. And Evo goes a little bit wide in front of Priority. But Beert seems to set the fastest lap of the race and is taking this race away. Currently 6.8 seconds in front of the 2nd place position. A lot of people in the pits here, and they they can take any pit stop they want, but you got to be careful here to make sure not to take the same one as somebody else. That'd be a horrible idea to have to wait for somebody. But they all come out right in a line right here. This is all for a position here. It looks like Kalen seems to mess up the turn really poorly and lose the position to Sejuya, who's taken this group in the lead, and Priority leads finishes that group in the back. Evil Scientist sets the fast lap of the race, 19.55.
Nice.
It's a good race pace for her. She is currently in third. But we're still looking on this group right here that AirTags is holding off Adam here. And going down this last straight. See if this last turn can pull up an advantage for Adam here. AirTags goes super wide and Adam goes just a little bit shorter to get a little bit more room. AirTags goes for a pit. Interesting choice as he has no room in front of him and he's holding off Adam pretty well at the time. Wonder what that move was for. Let's go on board Evil Scientist here, who's right behind Satumi. Down the last straight for second position.
I think Evil might pit this lap when she's getting too close.
A little bit of a bomb, but he's right on his tail.
But she stays out.
Yeah,
for what reason?
He's deciding to stay out.
Huh. That's interesting.
Solves his first turn. Very smooth by Evil. Seems to get a little bit better on Satumi, but he got a better exit speed through the second and third turns of that sector.
That would have been a good opportunity for Evil to pit, but I don't get it why Evil just decided to stay out.
Yeah, it seems if she wants to get the second position, it must be done through an undercut or overcut, and Satumi seems to be pretty prevalent on staying out.
So Adam already did the second
right on top.
Adam, along with 3 other drivers, have already completed 2 pits.
Sorry, Techno.
Okay. What's happening here?
Actually,
Evil
my
pitting?
frames
Is Evil
are
pitting?
fine.
Evil is pitting!
Evil is reluctant to finally pit.
One lap too late.
What to do?
1 lap too late, as I can say you.
Yeah, but she does it pretty quickly, 3.55. We'll see where she ends up. For now, we're looking at the back straight, and it is Kalen who's in fourth, who's keep messing up this last turn. And it seems to be a difficult one for these F2 drivers this last turn.
Absolutely. As I said it before, last turn here is a hell for FC2 drivers.
So Evil seems to have pit successfully and ends up in quite some open room through this middle sector.
Yeah.
She'll be time trialing the rest of this race out maybe to see where she ends up. Although she's not too far in front of Kalen, who's seeing the same pit strategy as her. It's like the first 2 drivers are pitting right now. Satumi and Beer are pitting at the same time. This could prove a shakeup if this could be done incorrectly, but our leader of the race, Beard, is going to come out with some clean air once again and stays in the front.
But it looks like... No, Evil overtook Satumi. Yeah, the undercut
Yeah, and Evil seems to have undercut.
The undercut worked.
Yeah, she now holds on successfully to second place. Although, keep in mind that there's still drivers who have pit twice already, who are not too far behind in the times, and if they're about 24 seconds behind the person in front of them, then they could overtake. So you can see people like Johnny is not only 5 seconds behind Jolly, but Jolly is 11 seconds behind Kalen, and that could prove to be an overtake on Kalen in the end. So we'll just have to see where they end up towards the end of this race.
I think as Johnny Games impressed me as much right now here. Like one of the drivers who already pitted twice. And he is on a good position, though, to, I mean, yeah, of course, overtake Jolly, but also overtake Kalen.
So let's spectate Beer while he's leading the race currently, with only 4 seconds in front of Evil, so it could be done correctly. Evil could get an overtake towards the end of the race, but for now, Beer will hold on through this sector.
What I can see here in the last laps is that Evil is getting closer and closer to Bird G, but I don't know if that's enough to actually win this race. I mean, it could be an only pit strategy, but
Yeah, and both of these drivers, both Beer and Evil, seem to have lots of open road in front of them, so nothing's slowing these guys down except for the open road. And we see Laser on the inside of turn 1 deciding to celebrate Beer being in the lead right now. The only battle for any sort of positions right now is between AirTags and World Alex, although AirTag seems to have got a little bit of a bump there. And World Alex is still a pit in front, so these drivers don't really have any affiliation with each other currently in the standings, but seems that maybe maybe AirTag seems to be losing a lot of time to World Alex, already 1 second in that middle sector. S Johnny Games though is right behind Jolly. Once again, still Jolly still has a pit to do in this race, but it could prove costly to S Johnny that Jolly could be slowing him down a bit to get this overtake in. What do you think? Do you think Jolly should be worried about this? Should we be holding him down or just power through and figure it out on his own?
If I would be Jolly right now, I don't know. I think, well, I have free air now. Why shall I pit now? But on the other side, I don't know. I mean, he's doing what he can do. He can keep S Johnny Games behind him, being like a back marker for S Johnny Games, but not in a bad way. That's something he can definitely do here. But I don't know. He's not helping himself with it. He's not helping another driver with it. I mean, except Kalen, who can go much more away from Jolly right now, and Jolly is also helping Saturday with it. But yeah.
Well, we've been waiting. Evil Scientist has been able to catch up to Beert on this last sector right here and see if they both stay out for this lap. They only got about 3 laps to go.
I can tell you that something happened with Bertie G. That was not planned at all for Bertie G. Because what I can tell is that it was definitely something that happened to Bertie G. That Evil got so quick, so closer to them, and now, well, we get to see Evil Scientist probably being in attack mode now. And that's not good at all for Bertie.
Evil is starting to line it up for the overtake, only 1.4 seconds behind now. But she's got to do it quick. She doesn't have that much time left. But maybe she should be saving her. I mean, she also has a pit to go. Both of them do. So maybe she should pit earlier to try and get an undercut. But could risk the chance of being behind another back marker. So let's see what she does here.
Well, the only back marker Evil could get back is Certainly. But on the other hand side, Evil is getting closer.
Evil decides to go for the pit.
I don't know if that's the right decision now, but we will see.
It depends on where she ends up. If she thinks she's confident she'll have open road in front of her by the time she finishes her pit, which is a pretty quick one, 3.85.
She will definitely fall behind a certain name, and with unluck, Kalen as well. Yeah, it is. And now we have the problem. I would stay out longer if I would be Evil here.
Well, she's got some room on, Kalen up here. So as long as she doesn't get holed up too much by Kalen, then it should be a pretty decent pace until she reaches Kalen.
4 seconds. I mean, when Evil can catch up these 4 seconds very quick, then who knows? I think.
And it looks like Beer is going in for his final pit. Let's see where they end up. It'll be definitely a fight for the lead in this last 2 laps of the race. So you're taking a bit of time here on this pit stop. 4.55. That's definitely slower than Evil's. So here's the end of the pit lane. Beer's coming out, and here comes Evil coming in. And it is an overtake for the lead of the race on the last 2 laps.
Congrats. That was big luck.
Well done undercut by Evil, and the pit strategy has paid off for her to be able to finish this late race out in the lead.
But also very lucky by Evil here. Very lucky. It was very risky to pit in there, but well, it paid off as you said it right now. And yeah, go for it. Now the only issue could be Certainly, but Certainly has to pit this lap.
You should pit this lap and give open air for Evil to finish her last lap in in a well-deserved first place. Beard seems to have gone a little bit wide on that turn. The gap is ever growing between these two. Remember that we used to have Beard be 4 seconds in front of Evil a few laps ago, and now now Evil is 4 seconds in front of Beard here, just about.
Yeah, Evil is now, by the way, going to the last lap.
We see Soltami is going to go for his pit on the second to last lap, as Evil will take the lead of the race for the last lap.
And therefore, Evil is in first place.
Time is ever growing between Evil and Beer, and it seems like Evil secured that lead. And let's see.
Do you want to know who surprises me most right now? It's Johnny Games.
As Johnny is currently holding on to third. Haven't had much mention of him. He seems to have had a clean race throughout with plenty of air, but he will take that third position. Well deserved for him.
Absolutely.
And here comes Evil coming in for the last lap, finishing on the checkered flag in the first position, first win in FC2, and will take home the victory here. Beer will come in second, and and we'll have S. Johnny coming here just shortly for third position, 16 seconds behind, followed by both Shizuya and Satumi, and Walto. What is Walto doing here? Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay, let's interesting for him. I don't know what he was doing. Priority comes in at 7th position. Jolly the Duck will be in 8th, followed by Adam.
Careful.
Man, there's a little bit of rivalry between them two, huh? Did you think Jolly was able to overtake Adam in that race?
I think it would be possible, but I don't know. Jolly was too fast for Adam today.
Oh my goodness.
Air Tags will finish in 10th, and World Alex has DNF'd earlier in the race today. So that concludes our FC2 first race of the season, and first ever race for FC2.
Let's go,
All right, there's the podium. So Evil on top, Beer in
Johnny.
second, and S. Johnny in third. Well deserved for all three of these drivers in the first FC2 race of the season. You won this race after an overtake in the pit lane and an undercut in the last few laps. What was going through your head when you coming out in front of Beard there?
Well, I thought I was going to come up behind him because I thought that just I think it was 2 laps. I thought that 2 laps wouldn't be enough to regain the 1.5 second difference, but it was just enough. And that was really surprising.
You turned a 4-second deficit to Beer earlier in the race to a 4-second lead in the second half. So was it just raw pace that got you through that?
I think it was consistency. I was really focusing and getting, really consistently good laps for my average time and not really messing up at all. And I think that's what made me able to get it done.
Well, thank you so much. That was a great race by you. Well-deserved first place. So good job, you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Beer, what was running through your head as you're doing that last pit, going into the last few laps of that race?
I kind of already knew I was gonna be behind because I had a shit lap before it. So it was basically already ruined. It was gonna be like a 1:21 that lap, so.
I'd be proud of your second place. Well earned, considering you were leading the beginning of the race. Okay, so that concludes our FC2 race at Bahrain. Once again, we have Evil Scientist on top, Beer in second, and S. Johnny Games in third. There'll be no points distributed for FC2. We'll just keep track of race results, considering the fact of relegation and stuff, and promotion and stuff like that. So we'll just keep it just like this. Just fun little races we'll have every week following the F1 calendar. Thanks all for racing and showing up or spectating. Great to have you guys all around, and it was a good first race.
Thank you for hosting it, Blue. It's much appreciated.
That was very
Yeah,
cool.
thank you.